You need a body shop? You need engine repair? Auto Excellence, Collision Specialists, 631-261-6420. That's 631-261-6420. Auto Excellence.
Man who walks him around, he's all alone to fall all the way down.
Way of training, and once you explain that, can you do pretty much the same thing that the Hogan did? Kind of explain what got you into the business and who helped you to get started in this. But I'm interested to know myself, how in the hell you get to look like that? You jack, bro.
Man, this is coming from somebody who's twice my size. Man, I'm trying to get like you, brother, man. You see those arms right there?
Well, all you gotta do is get fat, bald-headed, black, and ugly. You look just like me.
Well, I'm halfway there. Yeah, Monty in the building. #1 wrestling podcast, yeah. When it comes to podcasts, they are the cream, the crumb. Yeah, dig it?
Heartless man. We don't need him around.
Don't really know where to start. It's Sunday, so I'm recording this a day before Motch-0-Mandays. You'll be watching this tomorrow. So, I guess the first thing I want to talk about is to wish Scott Hall a healthy recovery. It's kind of sad to hear the condition that he's in right now. For those of you that don't know, he fell and broke his hip, had 3 heart attacks because of complications, and now he's on life support. And that really bothered me, man. It was not a good way to just kind of get my day going. Yeah, I'm kind of not my normal self because of that. Because the guy that originally trained me, that brought me into the wrestling business, I haven't spoke to him in many years, and spoke to his sister, and he's just not doing well, and that really, really, really bothers me, man, because if anybody, man, he changed my life. And it's just really sad when you hear about things like people that did so much for you that you care about, and they're not doing well themselves, and you wish that there was something you can do, and there's not. Kind of makes you feel a little helpless, makes you feel I don't know. You just want to be able to do something to change the situation the way that they were able to change your situation. But that's life. I don't want to bring everybody down. It's bad enough it's Monday, right? for you right now. But as long as I'm on a bad note, let's hope that Big E has a healthy recovery from a broken freaking neck. Unreal, man. I watched that video a bunch of times, and, you know, accidents happen, but, you know, you can't help as a wrestler analyzing it to see, you know, what happened. And, you know, it's not anybody's fault. I just think that the timing might have been off, or, you know, maybe, Big E thought that he didn't have to jump as much because the guy was a big, powerful guy. It didn't look like he got as much of a spring off, off his legs as he should have. But who knows, man? You know what I mean? Accidents happen in wrestling, and it's unfortunate that he broke his neck. And hopefully there's not any serious permanent damage. A broken neck is a weird thing, man. You could either come back from it, or it could completely paralyze you. But he seems to be in good spirits, and isn't talking about being, you know, paralyzed. He's pretty much treating it like it's not a big deal, and that's cool, man. It's a good attitude to have, because it ain't easy to have that kind of attitude after you've been dropped on your head like that. It's pretty damn scary. But, so there seems to be a lot of negativity, you know, and sadness and stuff going on. Sort of on that note, to kind of take a sad thing and kind of create a happier thing, is that there's rumor that they're going to be doing something for Shad Gaspard with WrestleMania, doing some type of an award for him, or some type of recognition for being the hero that he was. And I think that's great. That it was a very sad situation when that happened, but he should definitely be acknowledged as a hero for pretty much putting his life on the line for his son. It's pretty much took a bullet for him, you know. And that deserves to be commended, without a doubt. And let's hope that it happens, and that it ain't just some silly rumor like the rest of the things that are going around in WrestleMania talk. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Stone Cold Steve Austin. Let's talk about how he ain't doing a damn match. What he's going to do is he's going to come in there. He's going to stomp a mud hole in Kevin Owens' ass. He's going to walk it dry. He's going to hit a stunner. He's going to drink a beer. He's going to hit another stunner, drink another beer, and that's the bottom line. What's really going to happen, that it's not just going to be a stunner. It's going to be a little bit of an altercation, almost like just fighting, doing like outside the ring type of brawling type of deal. And then I think that there's going to be some other surprises from some other Texans that are going to come in and do the thing. And at least that's what I'd like to see. I'm picturing Stone Cold coming out, beating Owens' ass, which I like, because I don't like Kevin Owens, and I'd like to see him get his ass kicked. Even if it is fictional, it would be nice to see Stone Cold kicking his ass. And then after he's done, maybe Booker T comes out, does a spin-a-rooney, hits his finish. And then JBL comes out, gives him a clothesline from hell. And Shawn Michaels comes out, gives him a super kick. And just when you think that he's had enough, the lights go out, and you hear the bong, and Undertaker comes out and gives a tombstone, and the place goes nuts. Now, if that doesn't happen, WWE needs to close down and reopen when they're ready to hire me to write their shit. And that's the bottom line. As you can tell, I just left the gym. I'm drinking my post-workout shake. And I got the guns a-blazing, yeah. Got the veins looking like garden hoses, man. You had their arms today, got a good pump. You can't tell? Yeah, you can. Without a doubt. Let's talk about more WrestleMania shit. There are some matches that don't seem like WrestleMania matches, so I'm not even going to talk about that. Cody ain't coming to WWE, so y'all could put that one down. That's all dumb. I mean, people are just believing whatever's out there, man. It's unbelievable that fans have become marks again, that they're just believing everything. AEW, I have not yet checked out the dog collar match because I wanted to, and I was trying to check it out on this link and it wouldn't work. So I have not yet seen that match, but I'm very much looking forward to it. I did see the promo between CM Punk and MJF right before, like the last promo that they did before the pay-per-view, and I loved it, man. I'll tell you what, I haven't been a wrestling fan in a long time. I haven't been a fan of any of the wrestlers or performers or whatever you want to call them, but CM Punk and MJF, man, when they're on, I want to check them out. You know what I mean? Their promos are just unbelievable, man. It reminds me of, you know, there hasn't been anybody that entertaining since, The Rock and Stone Cold and Triple H. You know, when those guys came out on the mic, you know, you were stuck to the TV, man. You were listening. You know what I mean? And MJF and CM Punk have that chemistry, man, where they just, you could tell that shit ain't scripted, man. You know what I mean? They got their bullet points, and, you know, but they take it to the limit, man. The things that they say about each other, and MJF is just the most awesome heel that I have seen. I don't remember the last heel that I saw that was that believable and that it was that much of a dick. You know, like, I can't even picture him not being a dick. That's how good he does the character. I can't picture him being out of character. And when you can't picture someone being out of character, they're doing it real well. It's like back in the day, you couldn't picture The Undertaker, you know, driving his rental car or, you know, doing anything outside of his character. So if you could stay in character 24/7, like the way Motch-0-Man did too, man, you know, he was in gimmick all the time. You know, you couldn't really picture him, calm. You know, there's a few things that you can see, you know, now that it's, way past that time. But at the time, man, you know, you couldn't, you wouldn't see footage of him being, just chill. You know what I mean? Like the way I am right now. Every once in a while, you'd see an interview that was kind of like, you know, wow, he's, you know, but it was usually, you know, created that way on purpose. But yeah, man, thumbs up to MJF and CM Punk, man. I really enjoy their work together, and I'm looking forward to eventually catching up and seeing the match that they had, because I heard it was unbelievable, and I saw the post interview thing that CM Punk did when he got real emotional, and you know, just goes to show you, man, that was emotional because of how it's nice to see how much passion that he still has for the wrestling business, since WWE pretty much took that passion and destroyed it for 7 years. That I happen to know that Punk didn't want nothing to do with wrestling. He hated wrestling. He wouldn't watch wrestling. He, Vince and WWE took his, his whole passion and childhood dream and his everything, and killed it, But he ended up getting back that passion, and then with AEW and buying the library of Ring of Honor, man, that has got to be the most picture perfect way to to wrap up the story of the end of his career. Whenever he's ready, it's not gonna he's not gonna have another 20 years. He's, you know what I mean, when he's ready to give it up, whenever that might be, man, at least he knows that his legacy is gonna live on in a good way. You know what I mean? It's it's really a perfect story, and I'm very happy for him because he is a good guy. So you guys didn't send me any questions, so it makes it difficult for me to come up with some things to talk about that haven't already been talked about. And then I forget what it is that I was going to talk about. WrestleMania. The only thing that I'm looking forward to, really, I'm not going to watch the whole show, but I will check out, whatever it is that Stone Cold is going to do. I'd probably like to see Edge and AJ Styles. I still don't know the whole story between the two of them, and the whole Edge thing turning heel. I didn't really catch that, but that's what I'm hearing. Don't really care too much. I just want to see how they work together, because I'm sure it'll be amazing. See, now that's worth checking out, you know what I mean? Why wouldn't you want to see that? What other matches are on that card that I even have a interest in? The match between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. That's interesting, because finally they're going to have the whole unification of one belt, and I like that, because they got too many damn belts and none of them mean shit. And but it's just funny how AEW just did that, and then WWE is going to do that. It seems to me like WWE is getting a lot of their ideas from their non-competition. Speaking of, let's talk about Jeff Hardy showing up at AEW. This is all looking very familiar, man. You know what I mean? Things are happening, things are popping, and they look real familiar, just like back in the 90s, man, when everybody was jumping ship and going over to WCW and making WCW strong. And that's what's happening right now, is that WWE is letting go of people, and they're all going over to make AEW stronger. And that's not good. Not good for WWE, but they seem to think that it's not an issue. Basically, WWE has become AEW's developmental. And These guys are going over there with being well established already, and meanwhile WWE is trying to bring up guys that have had no ring time. They've never done anything on the indies. They've never, they didn't get enough training, and then then people are getting dropped on their heads. So, but I guess that's the difference between a wrestling company and an entertainment company. You're going to take guys that are not trained professionals. It's like taking actors and making them do their own stunts and saying, well, figure it out. If I had a choice, if I was wrestling, I wouldn't want to go to WWE. And that was my dream from the time I was like 11 years old. That was all I knew was WWE. And that's where I wanted to be. But now, if I was 100 years younger, knowing what I know now, I think if there's any young aspiring wrestlers out there, I think you need to weigh your options if you think that you have a choice. I mean, obviously, I'm not even going to say that, man. Don't take the first contract that people send to you either, or the first one that people offer you, because you get stuck in a WWE contract and you are stuck, and you ain't necessarily going to be happy. But with that being said, I asked somebody, I'm not going to mention any names, but I asked somebody who's up, on the rise, and they're going to end up somewhere real soon. And I said, if you had a choice, where do you want to go? And she said, I don't care. I just want to go somewhere, stay there long enough to make a name for myself, get out back on the indies and make real money. And have my freedom. Very good answer. That's fucking smart. That is not getting stuck into a contract. That is being able to pick your own bookings, being able to do meet and greets, being able to do shows, being able to do whatever the hell you want using your name and creating your own brand. One of the smartest answers that I've ever heard. It ain't about getting a contract. It's about making a living for yourself and doing it the best way possible and the best way, for you to remain happy. There are people over at WWE that are living their childhood dream, that are basically living a nightmare because they got to get up and do something that they don't want to do, working for a company they don't want to work for. Every single day, 3 hours of sleep, get back on a plane to go, work for a company that you'd, rather have nothing to do with. So, be smart and be careful, man, because, if you don't want it 150%, man, if you ain't that fucking crazy to want to be a wrestler that bad, don't even get started, because, look at what happened to Big E, look at the condition that Scott Hall's in, It's a lifestyle that will take your life, and you got to be okay with it taking your life, man. It'll bang you up mentally, it'll bang you up physically, and some of us are just that fucked up in the head that we're okay with that. But if you're not okay with that, you need to find something else to do, because it will fuck you up. Don't try to get a sneak peek of the gun show right there. I saw you looking. I saw that, man. Yeah. So maybe I'll leave it here, and I'll come back on a little bit later on. I'm gonna think of some things to talk about. I gotta get going, get home. It's supposed to be a nice day today. It's a little cloudy right now. It's supposed to clear up. It's supposed to be warm. So if it's nice enough, I might actually go to the pool by my apartment and work on my macho tan, since I'm pretty non-macho pale right now. Work on some work stuff. So I guess this is where I'll leave you guys until I can think of something to talk about without sounding like an idiot. I'm sure there are other topics that I just can't think of right now, but hopefully you're enjoying what I'm talking about up until this moment, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. Dig it?